Hi, it's Matt here from Go Green Auto. So here we have a Hyundai Ioniq for sale. It's a 2017 premium model and it's got the 28 kilowatt hour battery pack, and as you can see it's in this very unusual blazing yellow metallic, they call it. Camera tends to change this colour to quite a golden colour, but in reality it's more of a green, and it's a sort of a lime green colour, but it does change colours depending on different lights. So when it's a bit dull it goes very greeny, but when the sun shines it goes a far more yellow colour and is sort of a mustard colour. Personally I think it's really nice. It's the first time I've had one in this colour. This colour was only available on the earlier models, and yeah, everyone that's seen it so far has said the same, that it's a cracking colour, and actually it's very similar to the new Volkswagen ID4 launch colour. So I've got one of these cars myself. They are cracking EVs. I think these are the best electric vehicles below £30,000. They are incredibly efficient. They do a good mile to a mile and a half kilowatt hour more than other electric vehicles, and even though this has got only a 28 kilowatt hour battery, it will do the same sort of range as 40 kilowatt hour cars if you drive them efficiently. Also loaded with kit. You've got adaptive cruise control, you've got the radar there up the front, you've got heated seats, heated leather steering wheel, wireless phone charging, heat pump heating system. You've got timed scheduled charging and preconditioning and all that sort of stuff, sat-nav, Bluetooth. Yeah, these really do have a lot of equipment on them. So let's just open the charge flap there. So charging is at the back here, and these have got AC charging via a Type 2 port there, and then they have got CCS rapid charging there. So I'll put the charge times up on the screen, but all the information is on the website. And then in the boot here we have got our charge cables. So we've got a 32 amp Type 2 to Type 2 charge cable. You would use that to plug into a home wall charger or a public charging post. And then here we have got the portable charger, often called a granny cable, and that allows you to charge the vehicle using a normal main socket. And again, all the information on charging and charge times are on the website. So the main purpose of this video is to show you the condition, and if you see my videos before, you know I'm very honest about the condition. I point out every little minor stone chip, mark or scratch I can find. I don't hide anything because I want people to know exactly what they're buying, and then that gives people the confidence to buy the vehicle from afar without coming here to view it first, and then I can get the vehicle delivered to you. And I'm delivering vehicles all over the country, but of course it's here at Lyford if you do want to come and view it and have a test drive. So let's start on the inside, because I normally do the outside first, but if I just remove my bit of paper there, you can see there it's all really clean and tidy. It's got original Ioniq mats. The seats are very clean and tidy. There is just nothing to point out on the inside, apart from a few little scratches on the plastics on the doors, because they're sort of hard, scratchy plastic. But let's just jump in, because it is starting to rain out there, and we'll switch it on. And here we can see the mileage in a minute. It's done 72,415 miles. But with these, the first thing people are going to be worried about is the battery pack. And as I said, I've got one of these myself. Ours has actually done over 80,000 miles the same age. And the battery pack is at 100% on that. And I've done a few videos on YouTube showing you the batteries on Ioniqs. I have scanned this one as well, and just like our own, the battery is still at 100% state of health. So it hasn't lost anything over the what age is this now? 4 years old and 72,000 miles. So yeah, inside really nice condition. There's no marks on the seat, there's no wear at all on the seat. Quite incredible. You know, it's in really good condition for a car that's done a few miles. The only things I'm going to point out is a few minor little scratches there on the door card. That's probably from someone's ring. And then same in the back, really clean and tidy. The only thing I'm going to point out here is there's two little marks down there in the plastic sill. This is just plastic. I have ordered some touch-up paint in the same colour, which will be coming later today, and so that will be touched up with a bit of the yellow paint. So round on the other side, again, all very clean and tidy. Being super picky here, but the only things I'll point out here is there's a couple of minor little marks on the plastic on the door card there, and a couple of little scratches down there, but I suspect that's just from having children in the back. So now for the outside. Really nice condition, this one. Beautiful bodywork, no dents at all, no scratches. It's all been waxed as well, and yeah, it looks really good. There's a few minor, very small stone chips on the front, but of course you would expect to see that. So let's have a walk around. So firstly, on the front, often on these, the grey metallic paint on the sort of blanked out grille can peel. I've seen a few of these where it started to peel off in quite large areas. None of that at all on this, just like my own car. There's a few stone chips on the plastic here. Because this is plastic, it's not going to rust. There's one there and one there. A few very minor little ones, and of course, being plastic, when stones hit it, it does sort of leave in a bit of an indentation. There's a chip there that was previously touched up at some point, and it's past a bit of a larger one there, but it's got a bit of yellow paint in. There's a few stone chips on the bonnet, only about 4. You can see there's one there and one there. And one there, and there's one in the middle here somewhere there. All of those will be touched up when the paint arrives, and also have a bit of lacquer on. They're all very small, they haven't rusted, and they're all only about 1 millimetre to 1.5 millimetres. And really that's about it. So walking around, this alloy here is in good condition. The tyres are all very good as well. The tyre tread depth's on the website. Just a tiny bit of curbing there and a tiny little bit there. That's it on that one. There's no scratching on the mirror caps. As I said, no dents or scratches in the bodywork. It's quite exceptional really for a vehicle of this age. This alloy is all good. There's a tiny little bit of scuffing on that outer edge. Back tyres are particularly good. Going round the back, the only thing I need to show you at the back is one little chip there on the lip of the bumper, and again someone's previously touched that up. Tiny little scuff there, but of course really small. You're always going to get marks on the bumper where stuff gets loaded in. The boot's all tidy as I've shown you, so is the cover. These tend to get a bit stained because water can drop in if you open the hatch when it's got standing water on it, but not so in this case. Looking round the back, yeah, little chip there. Again, I'll dab a bit of the yellow paint in when that arrives. We've got the green number plates, of course, because it's a zero emission vehicle. Tiny little, it's not even scratch, scuff, but I'm being super picky there. As you can tell, the sun's coming out and it's starting to sparkle because of course this car is metallic. I hope the camera's picking that up because it's changing colour now. Looking at this wheel, all very good. A few minor little marks, but you know, I'm being too picky now. The worst bit is that bit there, little scuff there. And then down this side, just like the other, all dent free and scratch free. The only thing is there is one little stone chip there. That's the final one in the middle of the door. Again, about 1.5 millimetres, and like the others, that will have a dapper paint in when it arrives. No scratches on the mirror cap. I say that. There is a tiny little scratch there. Again, I'll dab a bit of the paint in. But yeah, really nice. So finally, this alloy. This is the worst one. You always get that on these because it's near side, and this is the one that hits the curb when people are parking. So there's a bit of scuffing, a bit of curbing there on that edge. The rest of it's generally okay. It's a tiny little bit there, and then a little bit of little scratch there on the plastic inserts. These are black plastic inserts to aid efficiency, but I'll run a bit of satin black paint on there to hide that. But that's the worst one. That's as bad as they get. But as always, you know, I'm being super picky. I'm showing you absolutely everything I can find because I want people to know exactly what they're buying if they're going to buy this remotely without coming to view it first. But I would just say all of this is very minor. and the vehicle is in much better condition than the average you would expect at this age. The other quick thing I will show you is the paperwork which I've got here in the boot. Before I show you that, I will just say it does come with 2 keys, and we have got all the books here, and on the service book we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 service stamps. It's had all its services. V5 here, 1 previous keeper. It's come in from Lex Auto Lease, so I'd imagine it was a pre-registered vehicle because the lease companies generally only supply new vehicles. Here's the last Hyundai service on the 4th of the 12th 2020 at, I think, 71,000 miles if I remember right. I'm trying to look at the mileage, it's there somewhere but I can't. Oh, there it is, 71,000 miles. However, it just had service it again, even though it's only done a couple of thousand miles more, and it's had new wiper blades, new cabin filter, I'm trying to think, 12 volt battery charged and tested, that's all good, traction battery still at 100%, and all the wheels off and brakes checked and all that sort of thing. But anyway, we've got all the receipts for the services and tyres and various things I think here, and MOT is until June 2021, but as I said, all the information will be on the website, and I'm going to shut the boot now because it's getting too wet. So I'm going to wrap up now because I'm getting wet. The rain is really coming down now. So I forgot to talk about range, but all of that is on the website, so refer to the website for all that information, as is the warranty information. These have a 5-year warranty from new. So yeah, this one's ready to go. So if you're interested, give me a call or email. As I said, I can get these delivered anywhere in the country, and it will come to you on a flatbed or a trailer, and it will be fully charged and ready to use. Or of course it's here at Lyford if you want to come and view and test drive.